I scaled my video content agency to over 7 figures in the first 2 years of having the business. And one of the biggest ways that we got clients was leveraging cold email. In this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through step by step how you can leverage the power of cold email to get appointments for your content agency or your video agency. And the thing that I love about cold email is the ability to be faceless with it. With cold email, one of the most important things is to ensure that you are not sending emails from like your current email, because the problem is where you will be flagged as potential spam if you're sending so many emails from one account. First, we need to buy domains and we need to buy emails associated with those domains. And if you asked me how to do this a year ago, I would probably explain this huge process. It would take 30 minutes, a lot of headaches, but now instantly allows you to really just do this in one click. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you exactly how to get the domains, get the emails, and do this in just a couple of clicks. If we go to instantly.ai and we sign up for an account, we click on email accounts. So it'll say add an email account to get started. So once you click add new, you're gonna have a few different options. You can go the old school route, in my opinion, of creating a bunch of emails and buying a bunch of domains and adding them manually through like your Google and after you set them up manually. Or you can use their done for you email setup, which I highly recommend doing. If I click on the done for you setup, let's just type in agency U because that's our company. Then what's gonna come up is multiple options. Basically what I'm doing from the logic perspective of domains is I'm trying to find variations of my company. Then you have multiple domains. So we have 10 domains here. Annual domain is $150. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click on next. You'll see forwarding domains. So I'm going to forward this to agencyu.com. It's going to set up all these domains to forward to this forwarding domain. It'll ask you the name of the email that you want. If you want to just put like one email, awesome, but it'll automatically generate the names based off of that. Once this has been complete, we will be able to see the price transparently. Subtotal is $150 per month. That's for the emails. So $5 per email, and then the domain annual price. So it's going to cost you about $150 a month and $150 annually. Now let's talk about how many emails and how many domains we just purchased and what that equates to how many emails that we can send every single day. We just bought 10 domains. And the rule of thumb here is for every domain that you buy, you want to set up 3 emails per domain. And then every email can send 50 emails. We got 30 emails. If we do 30 times 50, that's 1,500 emails that we can send every single day. If we don't have a high volume that we're sending out to, then you're not going to have a lot of luck. What we're gonna do is we're gonna place order 24 to 72 hours after your emails will be set up inside of Instantly. So let's just go back. If I go to Instantly, I'm just gonna add my account real quick. So once we add in all 50 of our emails, they'll be added here. We need to enable the warm up. If we open this bad boy up, if we go to settings, we want to enable the warm up. And this is super important because what's gonna happen is it's going to start to warm up the emails, meaning it's going to start building trust with that email so that when you do send an email, it's not the first email that you've ever sent and it's going to be blasted to 50 different people. And you're going to be able to then have a trusted email that you can use, because if you just run out of the gate and you start sending a bunch of emails, then it's going to be immediately flagged as spam. Your cold email is just not going to be effective for you. What we want to do once the email has been added and once the warm-up has been started and you're starting to get warm-ups, we then want to find leads. So one of the most important parts of cold email is data, aka who we're reaching out to. So there's really 2 ways that you can do this. One is you can use software, and 2, you can hire VAs to find and build lists for you. I'm gonna go show you the first things first. They call that the lead finder. Let's just say I'm working with plumbers, for example. I'm just gonna do keyword plumbing, plumbers, HVAC, and I can do job title, CEO. I can type in like owner, I can type in founder, and I can get really creative with who I'm pulling from. And with these small indications, essentially, there's 11,000 people that I can then reach out to. Really important that you can be really specific with these, and you can create multiple different lists. So you can get as granular as possible. You could be like, I want all of these CEOs in San Diego, California, because that's where I'm located, maybe 822 people. Okay, that could be a campaign, a separate campaign that you do. It could be owners, founders in San Diego. I can go down to like management levels, and if I wanted C-level people in San Diego, cool, 11,000 people that we can reach out to. So what's important is we are using the list, whether it's Lead Finder, and there's other list building tools out there like Apollo, and we can save them. So we could do San Diego C-level employees and then save. Now the second way to get leads is to hire a list builder. Basically a list builder's job is to scour the internet, find people's data, and then pull the data into an Excel sheet. A couple ways to find the people. So I could Google something like plumber trade shows, and then I could find top 6 trade shows for 2023, ASPE convention and expo. So if I pull that that up, I can see 2024 convention and expo. Now what I can do is I can kind of scour these websites and I can be like, who are some of the exhibitors that are going to be here? Sweet. Let's see if there's a database that I could maybe pull from. Show floor. So now we have a list of 265 exhibitors that are paying for a booth to be at this trade show. What I can do is I can hire a VA and I can say, hey, Mr. VA, go ahead and pull all of the people that are going to be exhibitors at this trade show, create a list, give me the CEO's first name and last name, give me the marketing director's first name and last name, and put them in an Excel sheet for me. Another way to do this that we did a lot was I would go to like Zillow.com, and we worked with like a lot of real estate agents. Let's just type in a zip code of like San Diego. Now we can say, hey, Mr. List Builder, there's over 7 pages of realtors in my zip code that I want to pull. And we can get their phone number, we can get the number of reviews, we can get their name. It's really easy to find their email. And the list builder's job will be to take this information, put it into a spreadsheet that we can then email. We're gonna go to upwork.com, we're gonna search talent, and all we're gonna search is list building. There are hundreds of list builders out there, so you can find people to do this for you. What's important is that you just give them really good resources and really specific instructions on what you want your list to actually be when it comes to your list building techniques. Now we need to start building a campaign and add the leads to the campaign. So let's just say I'm gonna go here, I'm just gonna go to the campaigns on the left-hand side, I'm gonna click add new campaign, I'm just gonna do San Diego C-level employees. So now if we go ahead and add leads, I'm just gonna go from the lead finder, I'm gonna pull the save list that I have, I'm just gonna add in the campaign, I can select San Diego C-level, and I add them to the campaign. So if you're not pulling from the lead finder, then you can simply just click on add leads, and then you can upload them from your CSV file. One thing to note, if you are doing leads manually, one thing that I would 100% recommend is getting a tool called Million Verifier and taking the list that the VA is pulling for you and putting them through Million Verifier. And this is super important because if you send a bunch of emails and the emails aren't verified or they're not good, then it's going to diminish your domain. The thing about Instantly's lead finder is it's automatically going to do that for us. See that we have only 1 verified lead from the 4 that we actually inputted. If we wanted to add more leads, we can just simply go here. I'm just gonna add more leads to this just from like a data perspective. I can go to my saved lists and I can just add some more. Now we have our campaign ready to go. We have some leads in here that are in verification, not yet contacted. We have their contact name, we have the company that they work for, the website, their title, industry. So now what we need to do is we need to write our email sequence. So I'm gonna show you 2 ways to write emails. We can leverage AI, which is what Instantly has, or we can write them manual. Name of my company, let's just call it Agency U. And then what are the details of an offer? Let's just say we help San Diego businesses recruit A+ talent, leveraging video. We do this using our video recruitment funnel that generates a consistent 5 to 10 new recruits per week. Who's your target audiences? Let's just do San Diego businesses. Continue. Some case studies is what it's going to ask for. We helped Scripps Hospital recruit 10 employees last month. We helped John's Plumbing in San Diego get 100 applicants to a job. So this is where you can kind of add in some of your case studies, however many steps, so how many emails that we want to send them to, or how many emails that we want to send, meaning we're not just going to send 1 email and hope that this actually works. We want to have follow-up emails, so we want to have a sequence. So I'm just going to do 4 as an example. Then I click on generate, and what it's going to do, it's going to generate the emails for us, essentially. It's doing right here, this is called syntax. So basically what it's going to do, it's going to create a random hi, hello, hey there. And the benefit of this is that it can pick one of the variables, meaning that that's going to help you not be flagged as spam because you're not sending the same email over and over again. And then does the same with call to action. I'm just going to click on use the sequence because this is pretty freaking fire. And it even added the subject, quick question. So we don't need to read all of this copy together, but it just created a 4-step sequence. I'm going to go and click on preview. So there might be some things that you want to like tweak from it, but I mean, this is a pretty killer start. I'm just going to add in another like custom sequence and just share another concept and idea that you can use that we've done from a sequence perspective that could also work for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to campaigns. I'm going to duplicate this campaign. So if I go to sequences, one thing that's worked really well is just doing like, hi, first name, are you still a title at company name, variables, account signature. And why I like this is it's just like a quick yes/no question. So now this doesn't sound spammy. This is just a yes/no question. And basically what we're doing with this email is we're trying to get them just to say yes or no. And if they say yes, then that's going to be a positive reply. That indicates us to follow up with them. You want to say following up. We're basically trying to get them to have like a positive reply and just make sure like, hey, this is somebody worth following up with or not. So I'd probably do 2 emails like this. Then I would say, the reason I ask is we've insert case study and thought you could also benefit from it. Could I shoot over more information on how it works? Austin, and let's add another step. Is there another person I could reach out to about this? So now what we can do is we can schedule these out. Let's just do every 3 days. And basically what's going to happen is going to send the email to this person every 3 days. And I'm just giving you like an idea. I'm not saying use this copy exactly, but this format could work really well. Now we go to schedule and we can schedule this out. I would do Monday through Sunday, 6 a.m. through to 6 p.m. Pacific time, and then save. Then I go to options. I can select all the accounts that I want to use, which would be the 50 emails that you selected. I want to uncheck stop on auto reply, and I go ahead and click on launch. Daily limit obviously depends on how many domains that you have in there. So in this case, we could do 1,500, and it depends on the leads, the quantity of leads, but do max 1,500, and then you can click on launch. Now, after we launch, what's going to happen is all of your emails are going to show up in the Unibox. So once you get a response, you'll be able to see response by campaign. You'll be able to also organize them in a CRM. If we have somebody that is interested, they're going to show up in the interested bucket, meeting booked, meeting complete, meeting won. So now this can really serve as like a CRM for you. And you can see the performance of the responses and see who's responding by campaign. All of the email responses will funnel into the Unibox, and then you can respond directly from here. You can also have other formats like not interested, wrong person, lost, and you can just literally just work your deals from cold email directly in here. Now, if I go to analytics, we'll be able to see the total sent, open rate, reply rate, and the opportunities, meaning people that actually booked a meeting or who are in fact interested, and then click rate if you do have that set up inside of your emails if you wanted. From like a benchmark reply rate perspective, I would gun for like 1 to 3% from like a reply rate of that. Probably another like 10% of the reply rates are going to be positive. So again, that's why it's a volume game. We want to make sure we have a high volume of leads that we're testing. We want to make sure we're testing different campaigns with different emails and different copy. And we want to make sure that we are optimizing and that we are responding quickly, and speed to lead is going to be really important. So let's just talk about expectations from cold email. So let's just say that we send 10,000 emails per month, which would be 10,000 divided by 30. That would be 333 a day. Let's just say we have a 2% reply rate. That's going to be a total of 200 replies. Let's just say 30% of the 200 are positive replies. 30%, that gives you 60 positive replies. Just say we have a 50% booking rate from the positive replies. That's going to be 30 booked calls. And let's just say we do 20% close rate. That's going to be 6 deals. With this math, which is conservative and totally depends on your offer, totally depends on your copy, all that sort of stuff. If we were to send 10,000 emails per month with a 2% reply rate, 30% of the 2% being positive, booking 50% of the positive replies, so people who are interested, and we have a 20% close rate, which is industry standard, you should get 6 deals per month. If we do 6, let's just say average order value is $6,000, that could be $36,000 in revenue every single month. Obviously, this all depends on your offer, the analytics, the copy, your testing, all that sort of stuff. But hopefully this gives you an idea of how you can start leveraging the power of cold email to book an appointment and close more deals. Guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you are a content agency owner, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't already and you are a content agency owner wanting more information, more in-depth tips on how to actually scale your agency, join our school group, and we'll see you on the next video.